Drink smart. The overlooked impact of what you drink on your health and nutrition. So very often when people decide to start watching their nutrition and get healthy, they are going to focus on the foods that they eat and they are going to disregard their drinks, or at least not pay enough attention to them. The thing is that what you drink in liquid form will not register the same way as foods, and what you drink can actually have a huge impact. Now, some drinks are great for you, don't get me wrong. Some are horrible for you, and some are a little bit controversial, and we're gonna address all of that today. And by the way, this video idea was my mom's, so shout out to her and check out the videos that we made together. And here's the outline of the video so you know what we're going to be talking about today, you know the plan. So let's get right into the drinks that are good, the drinks that are bad, and the drinks that are controversial. Now, if you know me, you know that I don't like using the word good or bad for food. I feel like for drinks, it's a little bit different, but in this context, when I say good or bad, I'm talking about the general consensus being that the drinks are beneficial to your health, or that the drinks are harmful to your health, or that there is a debate. So first, drinks that will benefit your health. First one, you probably know it already, no surprise, water. Our body is around 60% water, and water is absolutely essential for so many bodily functions like digestion, brain function, metabolism, energy in general. Water will help you regulate your body temperature, help you with the nutrient absorption, and also help flush out toxins. And dehydration can cause fatigue and brain fog, headaches, very bad things. And the question a lot of people wonder is, does water help with weight loss? No, it doesn't. It won't technically make you lose weight. Like, it's not a magic pill that's going to make you lose weight. But what will happen is usually when you up your water intake, you are going to drink less of the other drinks that we're going to talk about that will probably make you gain weight. And also, it's just so much healthier for you in general. So drink more water. When it comes to how much you need, I'm not for you forcing yourself to drink way more than you need either. I do think that it's kind of a habit though. Like, if you get used to drinking a lot, then you will need a lot. And if you're used to not drinking anything, then you won't need anything. A good indicator to look at is your urine color. If it's very pale, likely you are drinking enough water. If it is not pale at all, if it's very yellow, you need to drink more water. And in general, you can drink like 2 liters a day. That's pretty good. But again, depending on each person, it can vary. And if you want to learn all about water, check out the video I made about water right here or in the description. Now, another drink that everybody agrees is healthy is tea. Green tea is high in antioxidants. It may help boost your metabolism. It helps you stay focused, and it helps reduce inflammation. Black tea as well contains healthy compounds, helps with your focus, and also helps regulate your blood sugar. Herbal teas as well, they will all have their specific properties and benefits, like chamomile tea is calming and will help you sleep better. And finally, other beneficial drinks will include kombucha or fermented drinks. They contain probiotics that are excellent for your gut health and will promote the good bacteria that you have in your gut. You can make that yourself, or you can buy kombucha, but make sure that it has no added sugars if you want it to be the healthiest. Again, kombucha is not a magic health drink and it should not replace water. However, it is a great healthy alternative to soda because it will give you that kind of fizzy, bubbly taste, and it is actually beneficial to your gut health, unlike soda, but we'll get there in a second. So now it's time for the drinks that spark debate. If you ask some people, they're going to tell you that these drinks are healthy. If you ask others, they're going to tell you that they're not healthy. Even the science is a little bit unsure. So first, let's talk about everybody's favorite, coffee. So coffee has pros and cons, and I feel like the pros and cons are pretty balanced, but depending on each individual, it can go one way or the other. For me, I don't drink it. I feel like the cons outweigh the pros, but maybe that will change in the future. Maybe when I have kids and only get 1 hour of sleep each night, I'm gonna reconsider and start drinking coffee. So the pros of coffee. The main one, the reason why most people drink it, is that it will help you stay focused and alert because it will bind itself on your adenosine receptors, and adenosine will tell you that you are tired and that it's time to sleep, and coffee will be like, nope, Coffee is also rich in antioxidants and is also associated with a lower risk of certain diseases. The cons, however, first of all, the con that goes with the pro, it will raise your cortisol, your stress levels, because, you know, it's making you stay alert and not letting you kind of get into that resting state, and so it can cause anxiety and sleep disruption. It increases blood pressure, and also you can become dependent on caffeine. So if you are not able to drink coffee, then you will experience mood swings, headaches, fatigue. And the thing about coffee as well is that it will become an excuse for people to just pour a bunch of sweeteners and sugar and just very delicious but not super healthy things into their coffee. So if you want to be drinking coffee, you should limit yourself to 1 to 3 cups a day and make sure you're not drinking it too close to your bedtime. But of course, remember that these are just guidelines, and that if your coffee in the morning or your Starbucks makes you happy, then keep going. Now, another controversial one that you're probably going to be surprised is on the controversial list is diet soda. The reason why I put it on the controversial is because obviously it's not healthy and it's not something you should be drinking, but there's kind of this controversy surrounding the fact that it may be healthier for you than regular soda. So we're going to talk about that pretty quick. A very long time ago, I made a video on diet soda, and my conclusion was that it was even more harmful than regular soda. My opinion has changed a bit on this. I'm neutral now. I'm kind of like coffee on it. I feel like it really depends on what your issues are. If you have type 2 diabetes or if you are overweight, then I think that drinking diet soda will be more beneficial to you than regular soda. However, if you are healthy and otherwise have a healthy lifestyle and you eat balanced meals, then probably drinking regular soda is totally fine. The thing with diet soda is that it has no sugar. So if that's what you're looking for, then that's definitely the healthier alternative to regular soda. However, it does have additives that can be harmful and that can impact your gut health. There's also some studies that suggest that drinking diet soda can then increase your sugar cravings, but nothing super definite. My thing with diet soda is I feel it's harmful only if you drink it in replacement of water. Like if you tell yourself, well, it has 0 sugar, 0 calories, so it's just going to be my drink that I have to replace water. In that instance, it's not healthy. However, if you use it once in a while in place of regular soda, then it will help alleviate the sugar load. That's totally fine. Now, another one that sparks a lot of debate, some people will drink this thinking they're doing a huge health thing, like a great thing for their health, and others will avoid it like the plague. Fruit juice. The thing with fruit juice is that it really depends on the fruit juice. Of course, it's never going to be as good as the full fruit because you're not getting the fiber, so you're going to be getting all the sugar from the fruit in one big spike. However, if you get freshly squeezed juice, then you're still getting vitamins and minerals and certain health benefits from the fruit. And if you're eating that alongside other things that will maybe lower the blood sugar spike, like fats and protein in your breakfast, then it can be beneficial, especially for people who don't like fruit or for children who don't want to be eating fruit. That's the only instance in which I actually recommend drinking a glass of fruit juice, but all the rest is not going to be helpful at all, because if you get fruit juice that's been sitting on the shelf for days and weeks, it's going to be completely depleted of its vitamins and minerals. Obviously no fiber, and some of them have added sugars. A lot of them have added sugars actually, so it's just not healthy when it's that way. Now, last controversial drink, let's talk about sports drinks, the ones that have electrolytes, things like that. The thing is that electrolyte was kind of a buzzword for a moment. People were thinking that they couldn't be hydrated unless they drink electrolytes, and people were thinking that they needed all these electrolytes when they weren't even active at all. So that's my issue with them. If you are super active, if you are losing a ton of water through sweat, then definitely yes, these drinks will be helpful, and the electrolytes will help replenish your body and your minerals in your body. However, for most people, they're not necessary. They have a bunch of sugar in them, and you're better off just drinking water. And now let's talk about the drinks that harm your health. These are the ones that have clear risks and no tangible benefits. apart from the fact that they taste good, you enjoy them. First, let's talk about energy drinks. Energy drinks mixes the bad parts about coffee, takes away all the good parts about coffee, and then adds all the bad parts about soda and puts all of that in a drink. You have the caffeine, you have the sugar overload, it's going to elevate your heart rate, it's going to give you heart palpitations even, it's going to cause high blood pressure, it's going to make you focus, sure, but also it's gonna give you huge blood sugar spikes and then energy crashes. So if you can, you should be avoiding these drinks. Now, of course, if you have one once in a while, it's not an issue. It happens to me when I know that I'm going to be needing energy for a while, I will drink one and that's fine. But you shouldn't be relying on them every morning to stay awake. The second one, and we kind of touched on this one earlier, it's the very sugary coffee drinks, typically Starbucks drinks that are going to have a ton of calories. Now, you know me, I don't really care about calories. I don't encourage calorie counting. However, I have realized that some people will get breakfast where their breakfast is going to be a little bit of toast and fruit and like a big Starbucks drink, and they have double or triple the calories in their coffee than in the food that they're eating, but they're not getting the balanced nutrients that they should be getting for their breakfast. Again, the thing with sugary coffee drinks is they should be seen as a dessert treat. That means you can have them on occasion, there's no problem, enjoy it, it's great, but make sure that you're not accumulating it with a bunch of other treats on that day. And when I do get coffee, I get the sugary dessert kind because that's what I love. But I also will not be doing that every single day, multiple times a day. So one that comes as no surprise is soda, regular soda. It is, of course, super high in sugar. It just does nothing good for your health, your gut, not your teeth, nothing. So the only benefit, again, is that it can be something that you enjoy from time to time, and in that case, there's no problem, but it shouldn't be something that you're having on the daily. And finally, one that's going to be controversial because a lot of people want this to be put in like good slash like controversial, but it's actually bad, guys. It's alcohol. No, drinking a glass of red wine every day is not going to make you healthy. I'm talking about alcohol on a larger scale here, and on this larger scale, there is nothing good for you in alcohol. It's not good, toxic, you don't need it. It has a huge metabolic impact. Your body cannot be burning fat while it is getting rid of alcohol. If you get drunk as well, it will increase your cravings for unhealthy foods. Usually after drinking a lot, you're not going to be craving broccoli. Even small amounts can increase cancer rates, and it's also bad for your sleep, your brain function, and it will increase your blood pressure as well. Now, of course, it's my job to tell you the truth. Now, that doesn't mean that you can never drink. That doesn't mean that I don't drink at all. I enjoy alcohol. I'm just aware that it's not doing anything good for my body, and I try to have certain rules in place for myself so that I don't overdo it. But also, I understand how important it is to be able to enjoy yourself and enjoy a drink that you feel tastes good, enjoy the social experience around it. And again, like with other drinks, the idea is not to feel bad when you drink alcohol. It's just to know what it does to you and just adapt the rest of your nutrition according to that. So kind of going along with that, we're going to talk about how to drink smarter, not necessarily restrict. So first, you need to understand that liquid calories will add up fast and your body will just not process them the same way. Studies show that people who increase calories through their liquids will not compensate. Their body will not naturally regulate and tell them that they need less food, and that will lead to weight gain over time. So that's just something that you need to keep in mind if you want your treats to always be kind of drink focused. Then you need to be mindful about that and make sure that the rest of your meals are very balanced and very nutrient dense, and also make sure that you're eating enough to feel satisfied, because the drinks will bring you more calories without the physical satisfaction. Now, another thing I think is interesting to address is the role of marketing and like habit when it comes to these drinks. Beverage companies will literally engineer drinks to make them as addictive as possible, to make you feel like you can't go a day without these drinks, that you absolutely need them in your life. And you need to remember that it's not true. You have the power. You decide if you want the drink or not. And the thing is that the daily habits that you have put in place around these drinks, like maybe going to get your Starbucks before you go to work in the morning, or drinking your glass of wine as you wind down. All of this is going to make it feel like these drinks are an essential part of your daily life, and in that sense you're not going to enjoy them as much. It's just about you being used to having them. But I feel like if you're able to make it more intentional when you do have these drinks, and that it's a decision that you make like fully consciously, and you tell yourself, okay, I can't be having all these drinks all the time. I'm gonna pick and choose which ones are really important for me, which ones I want to maintain in my life. And you're gonna be able to enjoy them out of true desire and not because you're used to them. What you can do is start breaking that cycle slowly. You don't want to quit all your favorite drinks cold turkey, of course. Maybe work on lowering the amount that you drink. Let's say that you're drinking soda every single meal, then maybe cut it down to 1 meal a day. And then as time goes on, you can cut it down to every other meal, and then so on and so forth until it can become something that you have just for a special occasion. And that will take time. And that's okay. If you're used to getting your sugary coffee every morning, maybe you can do every other day, swap it out for coffee that is a little bit less sugary, like more regular coffee. You can still put some milk and sugar in it, but not like a ton of cream and creamer and like sugary Starbucks things. Some swaps you can try out: instead of soda, try kombucha. Instead of bottled fruit juice, press your own juice. Instead of a Starbucks sugary coffee, make your own coffee at home. You need to be applying the 80-20 principle that I talk about all the time in nutrition, meaning that 80% of the drinks you consume should be focused on hydration, so essentially water and tea, and you can put stuff in your water as well. Don't hesitate to put some fruit or get some sparkling water or something so that it tastes better to you. And then 20% of your drinks should be indulgences, so you can get your sugary coffee, or you can drink your energy drink or some alcohol. I'm definitely not telling you to stop all the drinks you love. That will backfire. That will just lead you to overconsume them when you do get the chance to have them. I just want you to be aware and to understand the impact that these drinks can have, because sometimes people don't realize, and that way you can make your decisions very intentionally and with this full awareness, knowing what is healthy, what is not healthy, and if you are drinking things that are a little bit less healthy, how can you kind of balance that with other foods? So remember that drinks do impact your health just like food does. Remember that just making some small tweaks can lead to big improvements, and make sure that you are drinking mindfully, meaning that you are finding this balance between enjoying the drinks that you're drinking and drinking for pleasure, and also making good decisions for your body and your well-being in general. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like it and subscribe, and see you on my next one. Bye.